rising higher, growing deeper. Little actions and thoughts add up to big change. Change your thinking, change your life. Now, along with the yearly theme, we have a monthly theme, and this is Rolling in the Deep. By honoring those who have come before us, our ancestors in blood, spirit, and wisdom, we tap into a deep reservoir of resilience, creativity, and love. Their journeys remind us that growth is always possible, even in the most challenging conditions, and their legacy inspires us to live more fully, freely, and connected to all that is. This month, we open ourselves to a deeper listening, greater compassion, and more expansive understanding of what it means to live in alignment with the One, cultivating a life rooted in unity, authenticity, and conscious evolution. So let's please welcome Reverend Steph St. Amand and her talk, Take a Breath, Be Yourself.
There's a lot more of you from up here. When I heard the month, Rolling in the Deep, I just was like, I just want to listen to Adele. Right? What's that song? Rolling? How does it go, Jeff? Rolling in the Deep? No, that's not it.
Can't sing Adele, I'm sorry.
You can't sing Adele?
She's a little up on my range, I think.
Guess what?
Like 10 times.
I can.
Can you?
Yeah.
You're not already.
But you gotta warm up first. Right? We gotta warm up first. To do anything good, we gotta practice. So the talk title was really Breathe, It's Shark Week. So you know me, changed it. I'm gonna, you know what? I just recognized when I watched other talks, the cameras, like right, this was in front of my face last time, the whole time. Sorry about that, you guys. I used to be nervous when I got up here. Now I'm not. Hi, Zoomers. Hey, Delphine and Kathy are here. Mardell, Tammy, my wife's in the room. Wendy's here. Look at that. Look at that. So, take a breath. Be yourself. Let's take a breath together. Now all you have to do today is be yourself. That's it. That's all we have to do today. Take a breath, be yourself. The affirmation that came today is wonderful. I'd love it if you repeated it with me. Breathing deeply, I'm going to say first so that you know what to say later. Breathing deeply, I delight in being exactly who I am. Ready? Breathing deeply, I delight in being exactly who I am. That's an affirmation that we get to do every single day because we are the divine. We are the activity of spirit unfolding brilliantly exactly as it is, sewn into the fabric and fiber of us. Oh my gosh. Do you know the miracle that exists within each and every one of us? No one else here has my fingerprints. These ones are mine. There are 8 billion people on the planet. No other person on this planet has my fingerprints. How delightful to know I am the only one. I'm so grateful that you're the only one of you too. Because you are absolute magnificence exactly as you are. So we take a breath to be ourselves because, oh my gosh, we have limiting thinking sometimes. Is it just me? Am I the only one that still has some limiting thoughts? Believing that I've got limitations and that there's a finite expression of my capabilities? Am I the only one? No, oh thank God, we're here together. So we get to outgrow these limits. We get to outgrow these experiences and expressions that protect us. That's why we limit ourselves. Fear. If we are limiting ourselves, it is because we are afraid of something outside of ourselves. So how can we unlearn the stories that keep us from being who we truly are? Practice. It's practice. Right? Ernest Holmes, great reading, Ian. I'm going to start calling you Dr. Ian. Honorary doctorate. I'm a saint, so I'm allowed to do that. So Ernest Holmes, he wrote, oh my gosh, this beautiful mind. He wrote, everything in the universe is a unique individualization or expression of the one thing, which is the cause of all things. You should become aware that the one creative power is expressing in you in a unique way, and that it is always pressing against you, seeking a fuller outlet of its infinite possibilities. You do not have to imitate or compete. You are a special creation of God, and you have full access to the unlimited potential of infinite intelligence. I'm going to repeat this one part. You do not need to imitate or compete. You do not need to imitate or compete. So last week, this month, the book of the month is called Undrowned. Black feminist wisdom from marine mammals. But it's on its way to me because I can't wait to finish the book. I've only received little snippets, and this snippet is about sharks today. So there's some learning we get to do from sharks, the wisdom of sharks. And this book is by Alexi Pauline Gumbs. 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 Love it. So in this book she wrote, "You're welcome. This is what the young blacktip reef shark who came right up to the shore and accompanied me on the rest of my walk said. What are you doing here? I asked in return. Everyone knows I'm writing about marine mammals, not sharks. And is this even part of your range? She took a deep breath underwater. I was jealous. Maybe I do need gills, I thought. But I didn't say. First of all, she said, that's no way to greet a requiem shark. Do you know who my cousins are? Good point. Tiger shark and them. Some of the baddest. But by how she rolled her eyes, I could tell she wasn't exactly making a threat. Was I making the wrong assumption? Much respect, I said at last. What was that? The surf is loud. You know my ears are embedded. Much respect, I repeated. Much respect. Shark of live birth who breathes underwater, born whole in yourself in the color of sand. Guardian of the reef with the beautiful black edges. Breaching brown genius, brave even among sharks. That you show yourself ever is a gift to the sky. That you showed yourself to me is more than can be expected. I am at your service. I am in your debt. What can I offer? Okay, that's more like it. May you please soon outgrow those limits that do nothing to protect you. I'm going to repeat that part. May you please soon outgrow those limits that do nothing to protect you. We have assumptions about sharks. We have made assumptions about sharks. Who can tell me what the third agreement is? Don't make assumptions. Thank you. Don't make assumptions. And so we have misunderstood sharks, the brilliance of their being, depicted as dangerous, menacing, are actually magnificent creatures and are a vital part of the interconnectedness of life. For example, the black tip reef shark found in this story lives along the coastlines of the Pacific Ocean where they inhabit a large range, but individual tip sharks are homebodies ranging within a small and near coral reefs. They help keep coral reefs alive. They are considered a keystone species, and they are vital for maintaining other species within their ecosystem. Agile swimmers, they are known as chameleons, having a good ability to camouflage themselves and avoid predators. I know as a human being, I have camouflaged myself to avoid predators in my own experience. In community, in conversation, I have camouflaged myself. I have turned into what other people expect of me to protect myself. And that protection is based on the fear of not being received exactly as I am. So these beautiful sharks, but they have confidence. They have confidence. I was thinking when I read that story, the assumptions that we have. Do you remember Finding Nemo, when the sharks were having meetings? And there's this, fish are friends, not food. Right? So we might be whatever animal or mammal we are in this disguise as, but we are the nature of the divine. And fish are friends, not food. So there's a metaphysical or spirit animal expression of what shark can teach us. And her reading was absolutely on point with that confidence that comes with being a shark. Because shark medicine, it's about being majestic. It stands brave, facing fears, fostering innovation, staying true to its own divine nature. Essentially, if shark medicine is in your life, it's an invitation to explore life's vast possibilities with laser focus and courage. Laser focus and courage. So, sharks represent a connection to one's inner self and the ability to trust one's intuition. Fascinating thing about sharks too, they always have to be in movement. They always have to be in movement. Even when they're sleeping, they find a current to face towards while they sleep. They find a current to face towards, to rest and relax in a safe space. How often do we turn away from where the flow is coming from and just resist being in the flow? We are often swimming backwards. So that forward movement, a need for continuous growth, a need for inner strength, trusting our instincts, finding that guide within us to know exactly who we are and where we're going. This is shark medicine for each and every one of us today. Ernest Holmes wrote in this thing called You. You exist so that divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may be expressed through you. The Spirit comes to you with a new and fresh creativity. You need not ask what others have done or how they have done it. Be yourself and express life as you find it. Never imitate. You are unique and unrepeatable. You are here with your divine purpose to show up as you. And we listen to all the stories that other people tell us about ourselves. Even in that first quote, Ernest Holmes should on us. Did you hear the should? Every time someone says should to me, I hear somebody shoulding on me. Ernest Holmes should it. You should become aware that the one creative power is expressing in you in a unique way and that it is always pressing against you. You should become aware. You should become aware. So I invite you to become aware. I invite you to show up as this recognition and recognizing that you are here for the divine to express its feeling and fullness through you. You are an inlet and an outlet of divine source and substance, and there is nothing and no thing separate. So everything that you are is perfect. Everything that you are is divinely ordained, and everything that you are feeling right now sometimes feels like fire. And sometimes it feels like soft and gentle, easy river flowing. And all of it is good. So how do we grow? How do we expand? How do we let go and unlearn our limiting beliefs about that divine spark that is within us? We surround ourselves with a loving community. I wore the shirt for a reason. Surround yourself with loving community. In her book, Undrowned, Alexis refers to lies about sharks that humans have used to justify their own violence and alienation. The first lie is sharks travel alone. Translation, cultivate your sharp individuality. But this is not so. The black reef shark, for example, is highly sociable, finds safety in numbers. Community is a stronger approach. Community is the stronger approach. So how have you internalized the notion that you should go this alone? Have we been listening to that story since we were children, to go this alone? To do this all by ourselves? Ernest Holmes, he's talking about being self-reliant and thinking for yourself, well-being in community. Because when we go through life by ourselves, thinking that we're doing it all by ourselves, it feels like hard work to me. It feels like devastation, loneliness. I'm doing this all by myself. I am doing this all by myself. I'm doing this all by myself. And the more you affirm that, the more it embodies in you. So we have to change our language that we use to speak to ourselves. None of us, not one of us, are self-made. Self-made man, self-made human, not one of us got here by ourselves. Not one of us. The most successful person on the planet, the richest person on the planet right now, did not get there by himself. And so, we as a conscious community come together to be self-reliant, to learn about these beautiful things that are in our divine nature, our infinite potential and possibility show up here in community. We succeed by surrounding ourselves with loving community, with people who cherish our unique qualities and lift us up. Find people that surround you with this love and acceptance. When you stumble and when you fall, are there not to help you get up, but when you pull yourself up, go, you did it! You are brilliant, magnificent, divine, holy, and sacred. You know what? You're exactly the same as when you fell down. Divine, holy, sacred. Every piece of you. The second lie Alexis talks about. Sharks are powerful and effective because they hide. Translation, no one will like you if they see all of who you are. But we get to remember something different for ourselves. We get to remember that the truth is we are beautiful. Just the way we are. Just the way you are worthy. Just the way you are deserving. Just the way you are, exactly as you are. You are worthy of all the love, all the joy, all the peace, all the presence, all the power. You are worthy simply because you are breathing in this realm of experience. Who knows how many other parallel universes you're breathing in right now? Anyone else ponder that stuff? Just me? There's a version of me where I am a puppet and a shark simultaneously. I know, because there's that in my imagination, and the imagination that is divine is everywhere present. So I must be receiving that somewhere. Anyone else have puppet shark versions of themselves? Yeah, I got nods, you guys. This is great. So we are whole as an individual. We are absolutely whole as an individual. And we are whole as a community that comes together with a common vision and a common history. The divine quality of wholeness reminds us that all of who we are is encompassed within the wholeness of the divine. Ernest Holmes wrote in this thing called you, the wick of your individual life runs deep into the oil of your pure being. There is but one life, and that life is your life now. No matter what confusion appears at the surface of your life, there is always a place of calm at the center of your being. No matter how turbulent the waves may be on the ocean of your experience, beneath there is a changeless peace. Your being is submerged but not lost in the infinite. Your being is submerged but not lost in the infinite. So how do we unlearn? How do we unlearn, you guys? That's all we're here to do, unlearn everything we've ever been taught about absolutely everything, and discover for ourselves who we are, how we're showing up. What do we want to bring to the table? That's our choice. That's freedom to express. And how we unlearn is radical self-love. Radical self-love. Radical self-acceptance. Oh, radicals. Goodness. As we begin to embrace the gloriousness that is this life, as we light the wick that is already immersed in this oil of infinite possibilities, and we shine our light, we get to take stock and hold onto this divine thing that is within us. That peace within us that is untouchable, that always will be perfect in you. Always. Sonia Renee Taylor wrote that radical self-love is not an impossibility. It's in your inherent sense of self. You came here to this planet as unapologetic radical love. So we get to live in this place of radical expression. We get to experience radical self-acceptance. We get to deliver ourselves to this moment fully engaged. Becoming aware every single day, a little bit deeper, a little bit more focused in being conscious and aware presence in our own life. When we find that little bit of consciousness and awareness in our life, and we become so obsessed with the magnificence of our own being, that ripples out into this field of life that is forever unfolding. We get to bring our best selves, our awake selves, right here into this community and help others around us find the light. All we have to do is wake ourselves up and live from that awakened state. We don't need to change anybody else. We don't need to change anybody else. The work is ours to do. So we get to embrace this beautiful expression of spirit. We get to question our thoughts when they're limiting. When they are limiting thoughts, we know they're limiting thoughts. And we get to change them. We have that power within us. We absolutely do. So Taylor writes that to live a life of radical self-love demands that we look unflinchingly at our current state of beliefs about ourselves and the world and get willing to explore them. I call this the act of being fear-facing. Fear-facing is not the absence of fear, but the integration of it. It is to look directly at the source of the fear and assess if we are truly in peril or if we are simply afraid of the unknown. So to embrace ourselves fully, we must let go of all of the stories. We must be willing to engage in what I believe is the most fascinating and interesting mind there is, yours. You get to engage in your thinking, engage in your consciousness, engage in your living expression of your personhood. We need to be willing to explore the depths of your own mind. So Ernest Holmes, he wrote, again in this thing called you. There's a class on that. If the spirit has seen fit to express itself through a physical universe and to give you a physical body, it would be absurd to think of this body or environment as an illusion unworthy of your attention. Rather, you should think of them as things of joy. Your thoughts are things of joy. Your magnificent mind is something that is a blossoming lotus flower expressing itself freely and fully. How do we want to engage? How do we want to bring this into being? So we get to spend time this week, in this day, in this whole week, in this month, rolling in the deep, discovering more about your own unique self, and finding places and ways to fall in love with who you are. Fall in love with who you are, the core of you that's divine and holy and precious and sacred and good, the space that is inside of you that has never been touched and is infallible. Talk to that space, and you will hear the beloved. I'll leave you with this last quote by Alexis Gumbs in her book, Undrowned. She wrote, "What a celebration when we realize that our survival need not make us into monsters, when we forgive ourselves for shedding what could never even hurt us, when we evolve in our assignment of brave guardian vulnerability. We have wondered at the sharpness of teeth, glorified the extremes of alienation. We have fetishized exactly what we fear. And now we are here to notice the miracle that was there all the time. All the time. So let's go swim like sharks this week." Thanks for listening.